Hey guys, I got a Peanuts questionnaire form from my little woodland creature brother Justin from babywolverinesoomsoom.com, and it's just a list of questions about Peanut stuff, so here we go. What was your first introduction to Peanuts? What iteration, comic or cartoon? Well, it was definitely the specials before I could read. I would watch the holiday specials and the other non-holiday specials they would have. So it was definitely the cartoon. I mean, it's probably that way with most kids. You know, before they could read, they were exposed to the cartoons. But, you know, when I got older, I just devoured those little paperback collections of the daily strips. Okay, who are your 3 favorite Peanuts characters? Hands down, Linus is my all-time favorite. That's my boy right there. And then next is Schroeder, because he's just the coolest. And my third answer that came to mind right away was Pigpen, because he's just a little dirty slob, and I totally relate to that. But then I thought, well, actually, I mean, like, visually speaking, I like Pigpen. I like toys for Pigpen. He just looks cool, because he's so, you know, grunge or whatever. But like, as far as how I feel about the characters themselves, I think it's definitely Peppermint Patty and Marcy. Now, I know that's 2 characters, but to me, they're one character. Like, you can't picture Peppermint Patty without Marcy. And I think they're one of the greatest comedy duos in pop culture history. So it's Linus, Schroeder, and then Parsi. What is your favorite Peanuts collectible? Now, this one I think was actually the hardest question, because immediately the first thing that comes to my head is, oh, the vintage stuff that I grew up with, that I had as a child and still have, because obviously I have that emotional connection to it since it gave me joy as a kid. But then I thought, well, I love the vintage Peanut stuff that my friends have sent me over the years, because, you know, not only is a vintage Peanuts item, but it comes from, you know, people I love that were nice enough to, you know, send it to me. So there's that emotion with it. But I also love the new stuff, like I'm not going to drag him down. Well, maybe like the new, like the Memory Lane Great Pumpkin set and the year-round stuff. Like, I love that stuff too. I mean, they've come out with some really great stuff. So that's actually, I really can't answer that question. I guess basically the answer is all of it. Do you still read Peanuts in the funny section or the Sunday paper? I read the Sunday funnies every Sunday. That's my Sunday morning throne room joy after the Sunday morning coffee kicks in, and Peanuts are always the first thing at the top of the Sunday funnies. And since they haven't been putting out any new strips since 2001, it's all vintage classics. So it's really cool to see that stuff, and I think it's awesome that kids are being exposed to the older classic strips. Oh, whoops, screensaver. Okay, if you could ask Charles M. Schulz any question, what would it be? Now, this was a hard question, because literally everything that I thought of that I would ask him, I already know the answer to. Because as a 47-year-old lifelong Peanuts lover, I've read like everything he's ever written, everything that's ever been written about him, all the, you know, secrets of what was this character based on, and how do you feel about this and that. So, I mean, I honestly could not think of one question that I would ask him that I don't already know the answer to. Now, if I could tell him anything, I would hug him and tell him, thank you for filling my life with so much joy for 47 years. And let's see, the final question, what is your favorite non-Schulz homage to Peanuts? Well, my immediate answer was the Peanuts movie, because that was such an incredible, just love letter to Peanuts fans. I mean, I cried through the whole movie. I had little watery eyes and then full-on sobbing back and forth. I think I had a migraine after that movie was over. It was just, and obviously Schulz had nothing to do with that, except for the fact that it was his creations on the screen. But as far as something that is like 100% non-Schulz, definitely the Simpsons Treehouse of Terror from season 19, 2008, where they did a spoof of the Great Pumpkin. They nailed that so hard. It was just fantastic. And I love The Simpsons, so for them to take on something else I love, I just thought that was great. Okay, I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my riveting responses to these in-depth questions, and thanks a lot, Justin, for sending this to me to do. It was really cool. Alright guys, take care.